a show hosted by Hailey and Casper, and the description is the world seen through two millennial bottle blonde stand-up comedians living in Las Vegas from other places. One is a parent, and the other apparently sells insurance. What?
Whoa!
One is a parent, the other one apparently sells insurance. I thought you said you were both comedians.
They're the wordsmiths, I guess.
Wow. Bad start. We're off to a bad start here. That's okay. It's okay. Maybe they can win us over here. Let's start with the cold opening. Now, I find the cold opening to be enraging because it really is just nothing but confusing. There's nothing really that gets you. What you want to do is get your attention, get you excited about the show you're about to watch. Like, hey, here are some of the highlights of what you're about to see on the show.
Guess what? She's a bottle blonde.
Her hair also is there like bottled pinks, bottled blues, bottled purples.
They gotta be mother lovers.
Mother lovers, where we can't curse on this podcast.
No, I'm a mother. Paris Hilton.
Ooh, yeah.
Welcome back to the Blondecast.
Hello.
The fuck just happened? What's going on here?
They are obnoxious.
I mean, literally one of the clips in there was just the woman going, Paris Hilton. The guy's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that? What does that mean? Why would I want to watch any more of this? Well, because it's my assignment this week. That's why. Otherwise, I would not have. Now, Tookie, I'm going to get things started, and I'll let you. I know you have some clips on here, too. But this episode I watched, it was like they're only about like 8 or 9 episodes in at this point. But this one was all about, well, being blonde. Because it's the Blondecast. Not to be confused with the Blondcast. This is the Blondecast. And apparently, they like to talk about blonde hair a lot. That's like their shtick. Which I can't imagine anyone would be interested in this at all. I can't believe they still are. But it starts off with the conversation around dyeing your hair blonde as opposed to being a natural blonde. All right. I know. You're very excited. Calm down.
I'm actually thinking of a couple broads in my life that would listen to this.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, well, good point. Couple of broads. He's a charmer, isn't he, people?
Yeah. A couple of broads that used to be in my life.
Did you know it's actually an insult to call someone a bottle blonde?
A bottle blonde? Oh, like
is this a new
dyed
term
hair?
for you? Yeah, bottle blonde.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, it's like,
Why is it an insult?
because so blonde hair is supposed to be superior, right? As we've seen in history before, many people dye their hair blonde. So if you call someone a bottle blonde, it's essentially like calling them like an imposter and just like
that's
really,
kind of rude.
Like, it is.
Many people in history considered blonde to be superior. You mean Hitler? Who are we talking about here? I've never heard this before, that blondes are superior?
Bottle blonde is the N-word of the Caucasian community.
Yeah, I can use that word. I can use it. You can't, Tookie.
Yes. And he also looks like Joe Exotic if Joe Exotic had no interest in tigers or women.
Well, one of those is true. Yeah. I don't know if you realize that.
Oh, did he? Oh, I never really watched that shit.
Oh, okay. He was a meth head who had a bunch of boyfriends who weren't really gay, but they wanted meth. So he would give them meth in exchange for blowjobs.
It's a classic love tale.
Fantastic. Yay!
Okay, so now that we've let everyone know that bottle blonde is an insult, let's get Casper's take on this. I want to know what he thinks about it.
Because people dye their hair also, is there like bottled pinks, bottled blues, bottled purples? Because, people dye their hair that color all the time. It's not natural.
And you're right. But no, bottle blonde is an insult. And that's why I'm rolling with it. Like, yeah, we're two bottle blondes. Because I know.
I like it. I like it.
That's the dumbest response ever. Are there bottle blue, bottle purple? No, those aren't natural hair colors, dummy. Those are all dye jobs, you idiots.
Also, since it already sounds like shit, do they both have to scream into their own Yeti? Can't there be one in the middle of the table?
There could just be one on this one. I know. It's not great. All right. So let's talk about bleaching your hair. Okay? Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we going to pussyfoot around for another hour? Let's talk about it.
My hair differs every single day, so you never know what you're going to get.
I don't think I'm ever going to change the blonde. I like the blonde.
Like the blonde. See, that was my problem. I went platinum blonde. That was my problem. I messed my crap up, so my hair's on the repair right now. Like I have like a bunch of like really, really broken pieces of hair because I went blonde and I loved it though. It looks so good.
It's rough on the hair though.
Yeah.
Like it really is. I can feel it like getting like
Do you do yours yourself?
Yeah, I do it myself. It's really easy for a guy because I just pour it in there and just do this.
He looks like shit. Yeah. She's like, did you do that yourself? He's like, yeah. No, yeah, I can tell. That's not the brag you think it is, sir. Yeah. It looks terrible.
Look like a drowned blonde rat.
Did he also cut his hair himself, too?
Yeah.
Without a mirror? It looks like it.
Did he give himself that hip-hop tattoo?
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
That's a cool tattoo.
Tookie would know. Tookie knows what cool tattoos are, for sure. So this guy's talking about how he bleaches his own hair, and he's so fucking proud of himself. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, did I break some type of code or what?
You didn't break a code. It's just like if you went to any hairstylist ever, like they would probably burst into flames if you told them what you were doing to your hair.
Yeah, I just go buy like a bleach mix at CVS and or Walgreens or Walmart and just put it in the hair, and this is what you get. So.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I would assume. Yes.
Yeah, that's all it
I
takes.
assume that's what you would get if that's your
Looking
method.
good, stud.
All right, Tookie, what did you pick up on from this Blondecast?
Oh, these are two very retarded people. Vapid. Literally just say words to say words.
Yeah.
There's nothing here, and the numbers do not lie. My first clip was the chick doing her best Tookie impression.
Oh, all right, well, that's cool.
Into the Unknown is a song from Frozen 2.
I know, by Panic at the Disco.
Yeah, well, they do a cover. Yes, they do
No,
a
they
cover.
wrote the song.
Okay, they wrote the song. But, like, Idina Menzel, like, her, like, version of it, like, I will sing that with the kids.
Okay.
And, like, my daughter doesn't even really say words yet. But they'll, like,
Yeah.
act out the mannerisms and stuff
Hell
that
yeah.
I do.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's, like, super awesome. That's the one way. And so that's one of the
See, at least you could do that unbashfully because your kids aren't going to judge you for singing in the
no,
shower.
they're gonna sing along.
I have a roommate,
Oh, no!
and I
Wow!
Whoa! Roommate, whoa!
Wow! That is shocking. You have a roommate and you're almost 40? Wow!
I was thinking, whoa, she has kids.
Yeah.
Fuck. Those poor kids.
Yes. Yes, she is the parent. She is a single mother. But I thought these guys might have had some longevity in comedy. You know, they do seem a little older. Like you said, they are millennials.
Yeah.
But in my second clip, you find out just how long they've been on the comedy scene.
he like heckles from the back, from what I've heard, and like he's just always talking during people's sets. He runs the light, and like at the end of the day, regardless of how famous you are, you've been doing comedy for a year, just like me.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm
Jesus
concerned,
Christ.
me and T.I. are on the same level comedy-wise. He just sells more tickets. You know what I mean? Because he's T.I. But if he wasn't T.I., he'd be a year into comedy.
Right.
So yeah. So I don't like that he does comedy, but I'd love to see Lil Dicky do comedy.
But dude, Lil Dicky would be great. Because
He's already
comedian.
yeah, he's super
a
funny
comedian.
naturally. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I've never seen. What does T.I. just go up there and say a bunch of big words? And indubitably.
You stink.
Hey, hold on. The fact that they've been doing comedy for a year, they call themselves comedians. There was a video I was watching. I didn't clip it. If I had known that this context, I would have. They go to Jimmy Kimmel's comedy club in Vegas, and they're going to see a friend there or something. And they walk around the line. They're like, "Oh, we work here. We have to stand in line." And they like walk right over to the bar because they like perform there once a month or something.
Do we have to wait? Do we have to wait in line? Do you perform here? Do I have to wait in line? Excuse me, I don't have to wait in line. Line? Line? Cocaine lines, maybe.
Oh God, it's really ridiculous. All right, so you brought up that these people seem kind of dumb, Tookie. Now, obviously, bottled blonde is an insult, but there's another insult that they want to bring up.
Bottle blondes, man.
Bottle
but another
blondes.
insult to blondes is the dumb blonde.
The dumb blondes. Yes.
Dumb blonde.
Yeah, it's also an insult to cunts. The dumb cunts, like these two. All right, so then let's just find out how stupid Casper actually is, shall we?
I feel like you embrace the dumb blonde.
I do embrace the dumb blonde. I've always been dumb, though. I feel like there's some merit to the stereotype, a little bit, you know, but there's some very smart blondes.
Yeah.
But see, I think it's the bottle blondes that are giving the real blondes a bad rep. So the dumb blondes are actual bottle blondes. And that's, you know what I mean? They're not representing correctly because I'm a bottle blonde.
I like
That's retarded.
He's only been doing comedy for a year?
Wow! Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Hacka.
So if you dye your hair blonde, does that make you dumb, or were you dumb before and then you just dyed your hair blonde because you're dumb already? How does that work?
I don't know.
I need to know the timeline here because I'm very confused by this whole thing. Okay, let's keep going on this trail because now they want to talk about the famous dumb blondes of history. And so they get into it here.
She's a bottle blonde.
What's her natural hair color?
Brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Marilyn Monroe is blonde hair, but her real name was Norma Jean. And she had dark hair.
No shit. I always thought she was a natural blonde because she wears it well.
She wears it so well.
She wears it very well.
And she's like the most famous blonde to ever exist.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would imagine.
At what point does Casper go, what are we doing here? Well, we're just going to talk about people who dyed their hair blonde? The fuck is this?
Well, yeah, Casper, you signed on for this.
What kind of content is this?
I can't imagine taking time out of your day and going, oh, I have to go see my friend and talk about bottle blondes.
Let's talk. I'm going to start a show, people with bad teeth. All right? Billy Corgan, Jewel, you go.
I can't think of anyone.
Holy shit. What the fuck is this? It's so enraging. And then, so now they get into Paris Hilton talk. And I thought this was pretty retarded.
Most famous bottle blondes are bottle blondes. I think Paris Hilton might be natural. Maybe.
No, she's probably a bottle blonde.
Probably a bottle
Most of her
blonde.
is not authentic, so.
No, another one. She's ridiculously smart, but she made a career after like, doing that. That's hot and like seeming like dumb.
That's true.
But she's like a brilliant business bitch. She's awesome.
That's retarded.
Okay, hold on a second. You're telling me that Paris Hilton, if her name was Paris Olsen, would have been a brilliant business person? When you start with $100 million, you can create some pretty decent businesses. I'm just throwing that out there.
You can even fail a couple times.
Yeah, because Paris is fucking dumb.
Yeah.
She's really stupid. Anyway, I just thought that was funny that this idiot, Hailey, is like, wow, Paris, people talk about how blondes are stupid, but not with Paris Hilton, obviously. She's too smart. You can't goof on her for her intelligence.
Or anything.
She's amazing. Yeah. All right, let's get back to the ones that pissed me off that you pulled, Tookie.
Let's go to number 3. Women aren't funny.
Okay, well.
No, Eliza Chesslinger. She's a comedian. Oh my God, do you really not know who Eliza Chesslinger is?
I don't take
the
this the
elegant
wrong way,
millennial.
but I don't watch a lot of female
I knew it. I knew it.
It comes down to relatability for me. That's what it is. It comes down to relatability.
I watch male comics.
Yes, but it's a man's world, quote unquote. So the relatability is there for you.
That's why you have the world.
Yes, exactly. See, it's a man's world. You see,
There's a
but
weird
like for
edit
me,
here.
like I can relate to some. There's female comics that I like, but overall, like I've never like. I'm not.
It sounds like they've mic'd this teacup as if you're miking a snare drum. They like have one over it, one underneath it. We got to capture it in stereo. Jesus Christ. I can't imagine anything being louder than this during a show.
It's a tea party for retards.
Like I've never like. I'm not gonna like check out a new female. Like if I'm on Netflix looking for a special, I'll click on a random guy that I've never seen before because I'm like, oh, I like his shirt or something like that. But I won't click on a random female because I'm like, what is this offering me?
Let's dive into this.
Okay.
Oh boy.
So he would tune into a male comic because he likes his shirt, but he would not tune into a female comic because she has nice boobs.
Right. Are you implying once again that maybe this guy is a piazza? Is that what you're trying to say,
possibly.
Tookie? Okay.
Possibly,
Anything
or
wrong
he's
with that?
really... No, but now in my next clip, you realize possibly he's trying to become the next father of one of her children.
Oh, well.
That she will be a single mother of.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that because, she's definitely out of his league, I would say.
Yeah, but no, I really like Tiffany Haddish aside from that, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked her. I love Wanda Sykes. I think Wanda Sykes is great. I love Wanda Sykes. There's Kim Congdon. I just saw her at Wise Guys.
Yes.
She was fantastic.
She's hilarious.
She was great. She was perfect. She was her. Like it was perfect. It was great.
I like her because majority of her set is just her interacting with the crowd.
Yeah, that's what I like. I don't like when women just go up there and talk about sex and their pussy.
Their vagina.
I hate it.
I won't do it. Although I did it one time just to test it.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with those, with having a couple jokes about it, right? Like I have a sex joke or two, that's fine, but I don't like when men do it either. I think it's super cringy when a dude just goes up there and talks about fucking chicks and dicks. I think that's super like cringy.
Yeah.
Like, you know if you sprinkle it in, that's fine. But that's why I don't like Nikki Glaser, because she's just like, I'm a slut. This is my set for an hour and a half. Yeah.
Tookie.
Women will like what I tell them to like.
Tookie, how do I make sense of any of this? What's going on right here?
So once he realized that she was kind of upset with the fact that he didn't like certain female comedians, he started naming off all these female comedians that he started to like.
Yeah, and
like
Wanda
Kim
Sykes.
Congdon,
Wanda Sykes, that's how I know he's
Sykes.
lying right there. He's just like, oh shit, I better backtrack on this one. Wanda Sykes is hilarious. She's like, oh yeah, I agree. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yes, and Kim
daring her.
Congdon is great because she had no jokes but did crowd work the whole time.
Oh, I know. That is so infuriating. You're like, no, that's actually not what you're supposed to do at all. That's a cop-out. But, all right. Well, these people like to talk about the famous blondes of history. It's one of the things that they do on their show. And I want to point out how stupid they are. And also, remember this clip because it's going to come back in a little while.
Oh, Blondie has to be another famous blonde.
Blonde, yeah, definitely.
Okay. I heard Trudy on the Drew and Mike show do this, and no one called her out too. Blondie is a band! Debbie Harry is the singer in Blondie. Its her name is not Blondie. It's the name of the goddamn band.
There's the comic strip she might be referring to.
Oh,
But that's like a 60-year-old reference.
it's also not a person.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're talking about Debbie Harry on here. It's like if we don't call Lou Graham Foreigner. Hey, it's Foreigner. What's up, buddy? High five.
I bet it's happened.
Yeah, actually, next time I see him, I might now. It's kind of funny. It's not even in that band anymore. All right, so let's talk about why Casper is blonde. There's a really good reason for it.
When you have blonde hair versus dark hair versus red hair, it really affects how people treat you.
It does.
It really does.
I get way better treatment with this hair. Like, not better treatment, but like more like, it's hard to describe. Recognizable. People like, I've never had anybody not remember who I am. Like, you know what I mean? They meet me once, they see me again, they're like, Casper. And I'm like, yep, that's me.
That's
exactly.
me. I'm
and I love that.
blonde.
It's perfect. It's great for my career, too.
What career? It's great for my career. You don't have a career, sir.
Yeah,
Whoa, are you Casper, that guy who does open mics once a week downtown?
I mean, doesn't he sell insurance? Isn't that what he does, according to their bio? I'm confused about this. He does go by
Yes,
just the
he's
single name
the-
Casper, too, just so you know. Pretty good stuff.
Yes, no last name.
Yep. I mean, you got to put a hamburger on there or something, right?
Something.
Get some credibility going. All right. So the other type of a style of show they do is a man on the street. So I know this is so bad. So they live in Vegas. There's people outside in Vegas from time to time. So they walk around and talk to people. And well, this is the intro to that. And then we'll get into what they actually talk to people about. You'll be shocked.
Welcome to the Blondecast. My name is Casper, and we are here on the Strip in Las Vegas on the Promenade. And I'm going to be asking random strangers who their top 5 blondes are of all time. Let's go.
You're not charismatic.
This guy thinks he's so interesting, and he's just not at all. He's just a fucking bore.
And fucking 5. Why is it always 5? It takes up a lot of time.
Oh my gosh. So not only do they talk to each other about how they're blonde,
Of course.
then they go to the street and ask other people about blondes that they know. So let's see how this goes down. This is going to be great, I'm sure.
All right, so we do a podcast called the Blondecast for obvious reasons.
Oh, okay.
In your opinion, who are your top 5 favorite blondes of all time? You got to name 5. I'll give you this $1.
Pamela Anderson.
Okay? Good one.
Now, Jen Aniston, she's kind of blonde brunette.
But she's brunette, so you're at what? Pam Anderson?
Yeah, Jen would be my number 1 all-time, every day, all day. Heather Locklear.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
You go back to the 80s. My age, right? So-
That's old school.
Yeah, so my age.
That's Farrah Fawcett?
It might have been Heather Locklear, but the point I wanted to make on this, and there's a bunch to dissect on this one, but he goes, Pamela Anderson, he goes, oh yeah, that's number 1 for sure. And then he goes, Heather Locklear, he's like, oh, that's old school. They're 5 years apart in age, and they're both married to Tommy Lee. I would say that they're contemporaries, right? I don't know if like one of them is old school, the other one is like, yeah, no brainer.
Yeah, one of them's Theater of Pain era.
Yeah, right. Like, what are we talking about here, you fucking idiots? So immediately quizzing him about blondes, and the guy's like, I don't know. Jennifer Aniston, just give it to him. I'm sure she's been blonde at some point. Give him something. Now, this is where it gets much more interesting because, as you mentioned, why does it have to be 5? Why can't it just be your favorite or something like that? Because this guy cannot think of Nicole Eggert, and they're fine with that. They just move on. And then Casper has to coach him after that.
They don't have to all be women, just men too. Oh, just blondes in general.
What's his name from? He passed away on when he got in that car accident. But he's on.
Paul Walker. There you go. Paul Walker. Paul Walker. Rest in peace, Paul Walker.
That's 4, right?
Yeah, that's 4. One more.
Paul Walker.
By the way, when he says that's 4, one of them was Nicole Eggert, who nobody knew her name. So,
I know her name.
Yeah. God, she looks terrible now, though. She's one of those. Oof. All right. So we're up to 4. This has been very tedious so far.
I think Casper met someone dumber than him.
Yes. He's up to 4. I don't know why this guy is. Does he have better things to do? This is for $1. Yeah. He must have better things to do right now.
You're in Vegas. Go gamble.
Yeah. Go, there's a show or dinner or something.
Don't talk to this dollar store Kurt Cobain.
Right. So this is ridiculous because he finally gets to 5, and that's just not good enough for Casper for some reason.
And then Heath Ledger. Throw another guy.
Hey, that's a good one, bro.
If you want
That's a good one. Honorable mention. Give us one honorable mention. One more.
Honorable. Can I just pick somebody walking?
Sure.
There was a lot more down that way.
My name's Casper.
Casper.
Oh, shout out to Leroy, everybody. Thank you, man.
Can I pick someone walking? Can I be the guy walking?
Yeah, no,
away?
he's like, it's about you, Casper. How about you, number 6?
Yeah.
So he finally gets through 5. He's like, give me one more. It's like, how is this ever going to end? Casper just needs a friend, it seems like. Let's keep talking.
Keep your fucking dollar. Jesus.
Yes, this is so pointless. I can't imagine he thinks this is content. Look, I talked to this guy on the street, and he barely knows what I'm talking about, and I just keep talking to him. Cool.
I wonder what episode 426 will sound like.
Hopefully better than this. Holy shit.
Whoa!
So then they find a plant. So they're in front of the comedy club, and one of their comedy buddies is standing in front of the comedy club. So they talk to him and ask him this question about being blonde. And watch how excited Hailey gets that he's familiar with their show, the Blondecast. This is a big deal.
So this is the Blondecast anyway.
Yes.
Have you watched it, first of all?
Yes.
Do you follow?
I saw Casper say that he only follows people from Chicago.
He'll only watch female comics if they're from Chicago, if I remember correctly.
What if it's a white chick from Chicago?
Yes, actually. A white chick from Chicago, I'm watching 100%. Anybody from Chicago, you tell me they're from Chicago, I'm watching.
So here's my observation on this. These people are so insufferable about their fucking podcast because they hang out with all these other wannabe comics doing the open mic circuit. And they're talking about, have you guys checked out Blondecast yet? We do a show. It's called Blondecast. We're both blondes, but bottle blondes. Well, we talk about that in the show. So I'm not going to tell you more about that now. I don't want to spoil anything, but you got to check out. But so the guy's like, I caught your show. I saw it. All right. Yeah. What do you want from me?
And I've seen all the rest of them just by watching that one.
Yeah. And so he points out a specific thing that happened on the show, and then they have to go back to it and show you that, like, yeah, this did happen on our show. It was 2 weeks ago. Wow. It's incredible. And let me just play this. Go ahead, Tookie.
You guys bug me every week, every day. That we were doing the open mics at 2 a.m. for 4 people. Hey, check out the Blondecast. Hey, have you heard about the Blondecast? No one has heard about the Blondecast.
I wondered who the person
84 views.
No, the person who sent this in, I don't know how they found it. I think they have like 15 subs on their channel, right? Something like that.
Yeah, Zoltamak the Kardashian or something, whatever that name was.
Oh, now you
Perfect.
have it.
Yes, that was it. Hooray!
All right, so one more on their buddy, the comic here. And this guy can't name a single blonde person. Now, what I would have done is cut this part out. But what they do is play the game for him for some reason.
I don't even know if I can name 5 blondes off the top of my head.
I'll keep count for you.
They don't have to be natural.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be real. Neither one of us is real.
Why don't you say you name blondes and I'll give yay or nay.
Okay.
Yay or nay.
Okay. All right.
I like, by the way, she goes, just so you know, neither one of us are natural blondes. Her roots have to be 2 inches long at this point. She says,
both of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're not pulling it off at all. Then they're like, by the way, this is going to surprise you. I'm not even a natural blonde. No, I know.
Wow.
No, I knew.
Okay. All right. Yay or nay on blondes? Paris Hilton.
Yeah. Yay. Yay.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Owen Wilson.
Yeah, he could be in the blonde club. He's a good guy. Funny movies.
Rachel McAdams.
Yay. Yay.
What the fuck is going on? Now she's just naming blondes and he's going, yep. Sounds right.
It's not even yay or nay. He said, yup.
What's going on? I'm not even sure what the game is anymore. Is he going to get $1 for this? For agreeing with her? Doesn't make any fucking sense. All right. What else you got here, Tookie?
Number 5, I'm not sure. It's just labeled 2 retards.
Didn't you pull these clips or did El Harible pull these for you?
Oh, El Harible did.
Oh, okay.
Last week I worked the construction convention.
Oh, so you just got him.
I thought we were over like old men being like, smile.
No, construction workers still catcall.
Yes.
It's in their contract when they get the job that they have to
Literally,
catcall
I had to
women.
look for contractors too. I literally went, are you a contractor? It was the worst, but it was crazy because like I literally thought, so it's called Con Expo.
Okay.
And I thought Con Expo.
Ex-cons?
No, even better, right up my alley. But I thought Con Expo was like convention people, so like a convention for people that put on conventions.
Oh, like a Comic-Con type of thing.
Right, so that's what I thought I was going into, but it was a convention for construction workers, and it's this really, really big one that happens like once every 3 years. They couldn't have it because of COVID, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the most sexist motherfuckers I've ever met in my life. Oh, so bad. Oh, I hate them all.
They think they're the. I don't know what it is actually. Maybe they think they're the desirable man.
No.
If that makes sense. They think they're the alphas.
Because they're like, oh, I work with
I
my
have
hands.
muscles and my hands are dirty and
that's what's.
Yes. So she went to something called Con
Expo.
Convention or Con Expo.
Yeah.
And she thought it was an expo for people who put on conventions.
No, that's Con is what you're thinking of. This is Con Expo. Hailey, come on. Get with it.
She seems easy
Very-
to fool.
Stupid. Yes, and speaking of easy to fool, we find out more of why Hailey might be a single mother of, I believe, 2 in clip number 6.
It crosses into the professional world. It's like, okay, it's like one thing to say something at like a bar or whatever, but like if you're at work, dude, like calm yourself down.
Calm yourself. Nobody's here to fuck, dude. Do your job. Well, men are fucking pieces of shit.
I don't know, my track record of dating have all been people I worked with.
God.
I make really good life choices.
God. Where do you work?
My first job was Wendy's.
Oh, God.
That started my problems.
That's not even like good jobs. You're still fucking losers. I'm sorry. Fucking the dude at Wendy's. At least fuck your boss or something.
Because
Like,
this is old weed, so like.
oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. He just lived in the halfway house across the street.
Oh, goodness. Oh, God. I think I've made better choices with women than you have with men, and that's saying a lot.
I'm a single mom. I have a feeling that you have made better choices.
What the
So
fuck?
she was banging the fry cook at Wendy's,
Right.
who lived in the halfway house across the street, for bags of weed.
That's what I heard too.
Tremendous.
That's what I heard as well, Tookie. And did you see how nervous? Casper's not good talking to this girl. No. He is very into her because his hand was shaking as she was talking about fucking coworkers. He's like, oh, yeah? We're kind of working together, right? It's like, so fucking weird. All right. So this is what really annoyed me about Hailey going through with her friend, her comic friend, and giving him the answers to this, is that, again, she fucking says this.
Blondie.
Blondie?
Blondie.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know Blondie?
No.
Okay, fine.
And then she looks at him like he's the retard.
Yeah.
You know, Blondie? I don't know who that is. You mean Debbie Harry? What are you talking about? Because they even showed in that one, they showed Debbie Harry. So
Right, yeah.
That is who she thought
I tried
Blondie
giving
was.
her an out, but
That is what she thought. So that is very stupid. Now, let's go ask a group of Hawaiian people this question. I bet this will go really well. This seems like a promising start.
So in your opinion, we need your top 5 favorite blondes. We need 5 in total from all of you. Okay? Go ahead.
Top 5 blondes.
5 blondes. Famous blondes. Historic blondes.
Oh, we have to hear 25 different ones?
Yeah, I know, because I need 5 from total from each of you. What? Go. And then they can't even spit out one. They're like, I don't know.
I don't see 5 singles in your hand.
I don't name blondes for nothing, you know. Now, let's get back to what Tookie was talking about, and that is how Hailey definitely considers herself a bit of a smoke show. I went ahead and checked her out on Instagram, and we're not seeing the full image here on the podcast, so I thought this might be a good way to figure out what she's actually up to.
Whoa.
It's just a thing of beauty. Nothing like I've ever seen.
What do you think about that, Tookie?
Whoa, those are great jokes. I love when these are my favorite female comedian jokes when they pose naked or semi-naked online.
In lingerie, yeah.
She just got a little bit funnier in my book.
Yeah, I'm a fan. I'm all of a sudden a fan.
Yep.
All right, so
These are great.
Here is your typical post from, I'll say it, millennial. All right, I have no problem with millennials, but this is so typical. So here she is in some hot pose done by, obviously, a professional photographer. She's got her hair over her face. She's up against the wall. And she wrote, "It took me a long time to realize my self-worth and to truly love myself. But once I finally did, damn, does it feel good." And then she's got all these hashtags: Motivation Monday, self-love, self-worth, learn to love yourself. Okay, now I'm realizing why this is all coming about, because she fucked the Friolator guy for weed. And she's like, I probably should have respected myself more. I am pretty hot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, now it's all coming together, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think El Horrible and myself combined have cracked the case. Could have done it myself.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's one more thing I found on Instagram where she's promoting a product. I thought you guys might enjoy this, because she wasn't always a comedian. She used to be like a news person or spokeshole or something.
I'm a busy parent, and as a busy parent, I need to save time where I can, because guess what I can't even do by myself?
Showing a toilet.
Make a
Now,
good
here's the
audio
thing.
recording.
You can literally save up to 71% of your time spent
Yeah.
Wiping yourself?
squatty potty. Squat on the pot.
Ugh.
Squat day. Squat away. And hey, for you poor souls out there who have pooping husbands, problem solved. Your body's natural way of doing it. Just help your body out a little bit. Squatty potty. Number 2 just got better for you.
All right, so I just wanted to make sure that no one was attracted to her anymore.
Hashtag dignity.
Holy shit.
Who are these podcasts?